Greetings. This is going to be a tutorial on using Google Meet. Right now, I am at the homepage for Google Meet, and you can get there by going to meet.google.com, and it will bring you to this page. Make sure that you are signed into your Google account, and you're going to click on Join or Start a Meeting. And here you see it says to start your own meeting, enter a nickname or leave blank. So if you would like your meeting to have a nickname, you may do so. If you don't have a preference, you can leave it blank. I'm going to leave it blank and I'm going to click continue. And it has now generated a Google Meet code for me. And I can simply click join now to enter the Google Meet. Here it shows my meeting information. So I can click here to copy the information and share that with those that I would like to enter the Meet. And again, I can access this by clicking on meeting details. And if there were any attachments here, I would find them here. At the bottom here is just how you can turn your microphone off or on. This is where you will end the call if you need to leave. This is how to turn your camera off and on. Here you can click to turn on captions. So turning that on, you can see that as I'm talking, I will have captions at the bottom for what I'm saying. This Present Now button allows me to present to all the participants that are in the Google Meet. So when I present, I have the option of presenting my entire screen, meaning if I'm going to be navigating between different applications or different windows, I would choose that. But if I know I'm going to stay within one window, I could just choose to share that window. So once you select on, let's say, a window, you're going to select which window it is that you would like to share. And then you're going to click share, and your screen will then be viewed by everyone that is in the meeting. If we go down here to these three dots, we get another menu. If I want to record my meeting, I will click on this button and it will start recording my meeting. Here it gives me the option to change the layout. So what we're looking at now is a default layout, but you can also change it to, you have three different options for the types of layouts that you want to view while you're using Google Meet. Here I can enter full screen, meaning it would just enlarge the entire screen of a Google Meet. I can turn off my captions. I could turn them off and on here as well. Here gives me access to settings, and that's just dealing with your audio and your video. So if for some reason you need to change these settings, this is where you would come. But more than likely, you want to make sure that your microphone and your video are on default. If you wanted to use a phone for audio, you can click here. If you need to report a problem or some additional help, you can click here. Now up here at the top, because it's just me in here, when I click on it, it's only going to show myself. But if I had more than one person or multiple people in the meeting, it would show all of them listed here. And so I can switch between looking at who's here and then looking at who's in or what's been sent to the chat box. So here I have the option to type a message that will go out to everyone, and everyone that's in this Meet will have the option to do the same. So this is just another way to reach the chat. This is just a little mini thumbnail of me. So if I'm presenting my screen, they'll still be able to see a little thumbnail of myself while I'm presenting. This is actually an extension that I have enabled called Grid View. And so if I had multiple people in this Google Meet, it would allow me to see everyone at one time. By default, I think it allows you maybe to see about 4 on the side panel here. But if you download this extension and enable it, you'll be able to see everyone that's in your meeting all on the same grid. And then you have these options. So you can only show participants who have video enabled. You can have it just highlight speakers if you want to include yourself in the grid, or if you don't. And if you want to just enable grid view by default when you're entering a meet. And then you can also enable what seems to be a screen capture mode. So, and it tells you below what that does. Disables names, forces that ratio, and locks the videos in place in the event that you want to capture your screen. And that's pretty much it when it comes to Google Meet. It's pretty simple, pretty user-friendly. Not too many complicated things here. And again, once I'm done and ready to leave, I would just hit this end or leave call. And even though I'm leaving, if there are people that are still in the meeting, they can continue to be there. So you leaving this does not disconnect the meeting. It's just you actually leaving. Unfortunately, there's not a way for you to kind of cut off this link. Once it's created, it's created. But the good thing about that is you can always use the same link. You don't have to keep creating new links every time you have Google Meet. You can use that same link and use that same virtual conference room whenever you need. So hopefully this is helpful for those of you that are new to Google Meet. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.